Hello everybody. Hopefully we will have a much better broadcast this time. I am in one of our back offices right by my Wi-Fi so that I should not get kicked off, which will be nice because last time that's what happened. That's why suddenly it ended right in the middle. And then I'll throw these out here while everybody's getting on board with us. We are not using the catch because I did not know when I set this up that you're supposed to link it to your Twitter account. So I have to figure out how I make that change. So if anybody has any ideas, and you can send me a Facebook message, give me an idea on how I can fix that. I am all about it. Been waiting all day. Hey, you're lucky I decided to do it. We just got in after being on the road all this time. Hi, Rainbow. So glad you're on. So we're out here doing this. I'm in the back room. I'm by myself. And my husband bought me some cool stuff. He got me a little microphone so that I don't put my finger over the hole. Let's see, what else did he get me? He got me a little stand so I can use my hands because I'm a hand talker. So I'm really excited about that. Hey, Carla, look at all you peeps. I love seeing all you guys there. I do have an amazing husband. I'm telling you what, without him, I wouldn't be able to do like any of the stuff that I do. He's the one that takes care of it for me. So I had to reset mine to connect to Twitter. I know I don't want to have to change it though because we have so many followers on this one. So I'm not sure how I go about it. I'm hoping there's a way that I can do that without. But I did take Amanda's advice. She told me to click one of the buttons that says that it will always record it. So I am recording it. I am hoping that hey, Rachel, good to have you on here. Oh, that's awesome. From Japan? Woo! Nice. But I'm hoping that I will be able to save the recording off of my phone. And if not, we might start doing a double recording where I record with my camera and then do this. So no, I'm not on Catch Me yet. We were just talking about that. So we'll figure out if I can do it that way. We'll see how this one goes. I'm glad that you guys are enjoying the scopes. I'm having a blast. You know, I love to chit chat and talk. So now I get to do it. My Aussies are in the house. I love it. I love it. Well, I'm trying to take up a little bit of time before I get going because I don't want to have to start over. Jersey in the house. I'm loving that. I do want to give some shout outs here. We had a couple of people, we were running the contest for sharing your whys, and I am telling you, I loved seeing all of your guys' whys. That was so exciting to me. I think I'm actually going to turn it into, I don't know, a video, something, clip everybody's whys and put your names and put it out there because to me, that is so inspiring. I kept reading through them over and over, and it was really neat to me how different everybody's answer is different, why they're doing it. And I love seeing people being totally blatantly honest, saying, you know what, I need to do this so that my husband can come home from work. I need to be able to do this for so many different reasons. And I loved it. And we ran a contest that the first person that responded, the 10th person, the 90th person, get it, 1090, I was having a little fun with that. And then we just picked a random person as well. And each of them won a different Ula inspired essential oil. So we had, let's see, Amanda won the Ula Field. Stacy Hall was number 10 and she won the Ula Fun. Misty Hart Bell was 90th and she won the Ula Finance. And then we had Renee Rainbow, who was our bonus winner, and she won the Ula Grow. So those all are taken care of and we're getting those shipped out tonight. So I think it's exciting because there were so many different responses. So if you didn't get a chance to put your why on there, go to our 1090 page and there's a picture. It's a big green picture with some oils on there, and find that and go ahead and throw your why on there because I really would love to turn that into just something that you can see and look on there, because when you're starting to get all bummed out, your why, holy smoly, your why is the thing that's going to make you be willing to go out there. So we're going to talk about that at the end of the call, but those were our winners. And then let's see what else. We had a hilarious, because where I'm getting the ideas for the oh, your eyes were tearing up when you wrote your why. See, that's when you know it is really it. When you find your why, it's emotional. When you find your why, you just know that come hell or high water, you have to do this thing. That's when you know you got it strong and going on. So I love that. That got me very excited. I'm going to do something with it. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to do something. So if you don't want your why out there for everybody to know, go on there and delete it. Because other than that, I'm going to use those on there. So that's exciting. Then we had some funny ones on there. We had, not funny, but just really cool. One of the posts that we had on there today was from Sarah Clark Tajapkis, I think that's the name. And she wrote, I get so excited to finish my tent for the day that when someone actually wanted to try the oils, I think I'm going to scream. I don't know what I would do when someone signs up on the spot. I think my heart will flip-flop. I just thought that was so cool. And I love how everybody is helping everybody. Like somebody has a question or somebody went out and did their tent and you guys are all supporting each other and saying, good job. Or you're having questions and you guys are supporting each other. Because that's what we're supposed to be. Young Living, in my opinion. This is Team Young Living. We are all a part of Gary and Mary Young's organization. Gary's vision, his dream, his desire is Young Living essential oils in every single home in the world. And that is not going to happen by all of us being divided and being separate. That happens by us coming together and supporting one another. So I'm loving seeing that on the page. I absolutely adore it. Just keep that going on. Keep supporting each other. If you see something that you think everybody else needs to see, jump on there. It is the 1090. What's the name of my group? You guys, I should know this. I'm looking at it while we're talking. It is 1090 Plan with Young Living Diamond, Shannon, Hudson. 1090 Plan on Facebook with Young Living Diamond, Shannon, Hudson. You can also, if you're ever trying to find anything that we have going on, go to my website. It is shannonhudsonyl.com, and that is open and available to everybody. I share everything we do with everyone. So you can go to that page, and then you can go under, I think my husband made a page that says Keep Up with Shannon, and it has all the different Facebook pages I have. I think it has, everything that I'm kind of linked into. I don't really do a whole lot with any of the other social media because I'm kind of new to it. But on Facebook, I'm pretty active. And you can also, like I said, go to my page, shannonhudsonyl.com. So you can go there and check stuff out. So the topics, the reason how I came up with the topics we're going to cover is because it's comments and questions that I see you guys posting on the page. And the first part I want to say is, I love that when somebody posts a question, they get like 50 people commenting because you get to see so many different perspectives. So one of the questions that I seen today is, so can you build Young Living from the business perspective first? And I've seen all kinds of different answers. And there's not a wrong answer. Again, anything I say, remember, this is the world according to Shannon. This is just my opinion. And in my opinion, I think we need to stop trying to separate wellness, purpose, and abundance. Young Living, this is like, think of a milking stool. So you're out and you're sitting on a stool and it has three legs, right? Well, you need all three legs. If you try to sit on that stool and milk the cow with only two legs, you're going to get tipped over. But if instead you actually embrace the fact that Young Living, we are wellness. We love our products. We love the health aspect. We all talk about having this amazing, phenomenal health, right? I love my oils. I love my supplements. I love my juice. I love my Ninja Nitro. I'm addicted to the Nitro. I'm not going to lie. These are things that I love and I use every single day, all the time. I love them. And that's about changing a lifestyle. It's not assuming that people are going to be all crunchy and granola because some people aren't. It's okay. Oh, thank you. It's okay that they're not, right? So for sometimes when I'm out there talking, I'm talking to people that's what they're looking for. They want the oils because they know what the oils have to do. They want their Nitro. They want their Ninja, and they grab onto that idea. But some people, they have other things going on in their life. For some people, they're just lonely. For some people, honestly, they are bored. They don't have a reason to get up every morning and go do stuff. For some people, they are lonely. They are so absolutely lonely. People, we are in such this world that we live in, and we are so into, our what are these? The phones. We're into phones. We're into computers. We're into so many different things that we don't socialize like we used to. Drive through any neighborhood. When I was growing up, kids were outside, they were playing, they played in everybody's yard and everybody just ran everybody. They were all over the place. And, that's just the way it was. And I get it. We live in a different world, but we are lonely. We're lonely. I hear it from people all the time. And understanding that there's a reason. Purpose is a part of who we are because we get to change the world. We get to partner with people so they don't have to be lonely. Even if you're still, maybe you're still at home, but there's a community of Young Living people that you get to hang out with online, right? We have the Young Living groups, just like we're doing right now. So you're not alone, even if you're still a part of that isolated world, having a sense of purpose that there's there's somewhere to go. You know, one of the reasons I love having my weekly classes, and I will never give them up, we will always have in-purpose weekly classes, even if there's only a couple of people there, is because that might be the only place that person goes that week where they're not alone. Remember, in your organization, according to our income disclosure statement, 92% of the people in Young Living are just users. They just love the products. They like to play with them. They like to smell them. They like to eat them. They love the products. And they're never going to tell another soul. And that's okay. But those users, they need that sense of community. They need to be able to get together, to laugh, to have fun, to smell the oils, to be around other people, to be able to talk to other people. Exactly. Technology gives us more access to people, but not relationships with people. Those weekly classes where you get together, the green in the parks, the power of the green in the parks. Yes, you don't have to ask what they are. I promise I'm going to tell you what they are again, because everybody seems to be missing that part. But the green in the parks is I go to a park because I have free time. And what I do is I find all these different moms that are all sitting on separate benches. Some of them are sitting in their cars. Their kids are in there playing, doing their thing. And I go and I quickly hand flyers. Go, come on, we're having green in the park. Come with us. Come on, let's do this. Come, we're going to go do our green in the park. Meet us under the pavilion. And I walk with my box all the way back to the pavilion. And the kids come back. The moms come back. And sometimes you'll have 2 or 3 moms. And sometimes you'll have 30. It just depends. I just hand flyers to everybody that happens to be there. And when they come back, I say, come on, let's talk. And I introduce people. I say, oh, introduce yourself. Where are you from? How old are your kids? And while they're doing that, we have the jump ropes, and we have chalk, and we have hula hoops. We have bubbles. Bubbles. Kids adore playing with bubbles. Oh my gosh. And they're so cheap. You can buy them super cheap. Buy them at the dollar store. Even all the supplies you use. One of the questions that somebody said today is, if I do a green in the park, who pays for all that? Well, I choose to do that because this is my outreach for 2 reasons. 1, people are lonely, that sense of purpose. 2, I love hanging around with kids. The more parents that I can educate, the more children's futures I can change. So whether or not they choose to get in or not, I just want to be that person that plants a little seed. So maybe the next time somebody talks to them, they're like, I've already heard of that. That's a piece of it. So I buy very inexpensive stuff. If you are like super tight on money, you can just have the recipes there for the moms. So you can say, okay, so you can take some water and you can take a couple drops of purification and let them smell your purification. And you can just go through any little thing that you want to do. You can just, however you choose to do it. So this does not have to cost, but I like to just go to the dollar store and I buy just whatever I see, because you can make something out of anything. So I just use my little crafty mind and I think of what I can do that's really inexpensive. The question here is, do you get contact information on your, do I have contact information? You know what? I don't. I chit chat, I talk. My contacting is right here. Now, if you're somebody that wants to do that, where you collect all their information, you can make up a little thing where they put their name and their email, and then you can send them information afterwards. That probably would be a great way to follow up. I find that I fail in that follow-up area. That I chit chat with so many people, that the ones that want me, the ones that are drawn to me, the ones that work well with my personality, those are the ones that are going to go ahead and enroll with me right now. They're the ones that are going to go ahead and come to my big classes, because at my big classes I do collect information. So these little green in the parks, and you can make it where you schedule them ahead of time, because I don't. Those are what I use to fill in space if I'm not going to be there. But I personally, if I'm going to advertise it ahead of time and tell them I'm going to be there, I have found that if it rains, there's hardly anyone at the park. I found that people won't typically come out to a green in the park event unless they happen to already be there. So if you're going to do that, just know weather will have a big role in that, and that will dictate whether or not people come. That's why I like just quickly going in. All my contact information is on absolutely everything I do. As a matter of fact, my contact information will always say Diamond, Shannon, Hudson, because I like people to know that I have worked hard for that rank, and I'm very proud of that rank. So you'll see every event that I do, it says Shannon Hudson, Young Living Diamond, and then my phone number, it has my email, it has a website, has, just different things. So that's one of the things that I do. So the second one, I'm going to go back here. So can you build your Young Living business with business first? So we have our health. We have products. It's real easy to start from there. But you can also go from a sense of purpose, right? Because that's one of those 3 legs that we're talking about. But then there's the third one. The third one is abundance, wellness, purpose, and abundance. And for the life of me, I cannot understand why some of us have such a hard time getting that people need that. You know, I tell you guys all the time, I came into Young Living making $11,000 a year cleaning toilets. I was a toilet bowl cleaner. We cleaned for doctors' offices, which is kind of ironic considering what we do now. I'm just saying. But we cleaned doctors. We cleaned houses. Wherever I could clean a toilet, I cleaned a toilet. And we were broke. So coming in and understanding the importance of helping people overcome that. I am not the only broke person in the United States of America. I am not the only broke person in the world. Around the world, finances are a big deal. So why do we try to tip over our stool? Why don't we instead embrace the whole kit and the caboodle? If I'm talking to somebody and I meet somebody, say, I do this every time I'm checking into a hotel. Whoever is working behind the counter, I chit chat, I talk, because I talk to everybody, right? So I typically will say, so you know what? Is this your dream job? Is this what you always wanted to do? And some of the people go, well, it really is. I went to school to be able to work as a travel agent. And so now I'm kind of working in that field. And I'm like, oh, how exciting. You know, what were your expectations when you went to school? And I chit chat, I talk. Because I'm here to tell you, there's nobody that said for a living at midnight, I would like to be working behind the desk at a hotel. And so knowing that the world is hurting economically and that people are looking for it, I say something along the lines, I work with people just like you that are so kind, so outgoing, so helpful, and I help them to turn around and create an income that lets them actually fulfill their dreams. The things that you hoped, like what you went to school for, you went there because you wanted to be able to travel. That's why you went to school, to be a travel agent, right? That's why you go for travel. So let me show you what I can do to help you with that. If I'm talking to somebody and it's a mom and she is just dirt poor, she is broke, and the thought of having to spend $150 to $180 for one of our kits, like, ugh, I really love the products, but how many times have you heard those words? Well, it's because you're only talking about one of our three. You're talking about the money. I mean, you're talking about the health, but I don't care how much you think that these oils will change your life. If you're trying to figure out how you're going to get groceries next week for your kids, the cost, $160, no way. But if instead I give you the package, and the package is wellness, purpose, and abundance, and I talk about all three. The possibility of amazing, vibrant health, the possibility of this amazing sense of purpose that for a living, for a living, I tell people that there's hope. The name of my business, if you go to one of our Facebook pages, it's a New Hope Educational Service, because I teach the world that there's a new hope. That your today can be different from your tomorrow, that you don't have to live with the circumstances that you have, that I came in as a toilet bowl cleaner and I have completely, radically changed my life because I stepped up and I stepped out of my comfort zone and I decided to do something I had been terrified to do. If you think for a minute I wanted to go out and talk to 1,000 people, you're crazy. That's not what I wanted. What I wanted is to not clean toilets anymore. That's what I wanted. So my question was, how do I get to that point where I don't have to clean toilets anymore? And I'm telling you, I don't clean toilets anymore, not even in my own house. I have a cleaning person, and she is beautiful and wonderful, amazing, and she is now signed up in Young Living, so who knows, I'm going to have to train a new one soon, right? But I don't clean toilets. I haven't cleaned toilets in over 5 years. I have no intention of ever cleaning another toilet. Because Young Living is what? We are wellness, we are purpose, we are abundance. So if you're talking to someone, if you're talking to a college student, does the college student, I know some do, care about the crunchy granola stuff? Maybe, maybe not. But I guarantee that college student cares about the abundance portion. That there's a possibility. I don't know how quickly you will build this. Doing the 1090, I have no idea. See, if you're afraid you're going to turn people off talking about abundance, you are going to turn people off talking about abundance. See, our mind is so powerful that we get what we think. So when you're talking to people, and you struggle with signing up people on a tight budget, but I live in Flint, Michigan. I grew up in Flint, Michigan. Our economy is nothing. We have Flint and Detroit. There is no economy. When the economy crashed, it didn't affect anybody I knew. I was making $11,000 a year, and I was one of the wealthiest people I knew. So the fact that there was no money here was the reason why I had to tell people everything. I had to tell them that they can have it all. How do we tell them they can live their dream when we've not made it to our dream yet? Because you're taking them on the journey. The concept that you have to be rich in order to help somebody get rich when it comes to network marketing, that would be like saying, because I'm not skinny, because I still have a beard, because there's times where you'll see me in a wheelchair. I have MS still. I don't have the same symptoms I had. I've had so much freedom, so much release, changing lots of things, right? But I didn't wait until I was 100% healthy to go out there and share Young Living. Because how selfish would that be? I can't imagine saying, you know what? When I get to 100%, then I'm going to help you feel better. Then I'm going to show you the possibilities. No way. You take people on your journey, and the same is true of finances. No matter what your income is today, if your income is broke, then you say to people, I understand. I understand exactly what you're talking about. I'm broke too, and that's why I'm doing this, because I know a lady who's a toilet bowl cleaner who is now on the Millionaire Club. That's huge. I'm telling you, if I can do that, anybody can do that. And you can use my story until you have your story. You can. That journey, if you are in Young Living and you're using these products, you have the possibility. You have the possibility of amazing energy. You have the possibility of changing the lives of everyone you come into. You have the possibility of phenomenal abundance. Those are all side effects. That's a side effect of your heart going out there and sharing. And that reality that you share it with that way, then you know what? That's what's going to change it. If you're coming off as this person that you're not, see, you gotta be you all day. That's the only person that you can be. Now, I'm not saying go out there and be all, I don't know. There's a sense of professionalism, but you have to hear what people are saying. And when you hear what they say and you understand it, there's a great thing. It's called feel, felt, found. Feel, felt, found. Write it down. And what this means is when somebody's talking and they're sharing and you can relate, you say something along these lines, oh my gosh, I understand how you feel. You know what? I felt the same way. I wanted nothing to do with networking. I wanted nothing to do with it. I had been in lots of companies and I wanted nothing to do with it. But this is what I found. I found that by becoming a part of Young Living and getting into this family, in this family of Young Living, this community, I've been able to change my finances huge. It wasn't overnight. It takes work. It takes being willing to tell people. But I'm telling you what, if you do that, what if? What if I'm right? Feel, felt, found. Somebody says to you, I just don't got the money. I would love to, but I don't got the money. Oh my gosh, I understand how you feel. You know what? I felt the same way. I was completely broke. I was making $11,000 a year, raising 4 children, wondering how I was going to get the end of the month taken care of. But this is what I found. If I didn't do something different, a year from now, I will still be in the same boat. Oh my gosh, I can't do it. I can't talk to people. You don't understand, Shannon. I don't know how to talk to people. It's just not me. I can't talk to strangers. I can't. Oh man, I understand. I hear what you're saying. I understand. I feel what you're saying. I felt the same way. I had no desire to get out there and do stuff, but I found that if I didn't do something different, nothing would change. I found that no matter how many people I talk to, nobody has ever kicked me, nobody's ever thrown anything at me, nobody's ever spit at me, nothing. Feel, felt, found. Because when people think that you are on the same page and you're understanding, you're hitting them as a person, heart to heart. They're going to join, they're going to partner. That's what it is. Does it change their minds? Absolutely. Because they feel like this is their own world. And I'm telling you what, if you're buying the excuse, because that's what it is, you have to agree to accept the excuse that you're making and you're creating. If you buy your excuse that I can't talk to people, you're absolutely right. If you buy your excuse that, man, nobody can afford these products, you're absolutely right. If you buy the excuse, whatever it is, if you buy it, it's reality. That's how that works. But you can change that. Can you build Young Living starting from the business first? Absolutely. Because if you try to tell somebody that they need to get crunchy and get all oily and that's the only spot you come from, but they're sitting there wondering how they're going to get shoes for their kids, you've lost them. You got to listen to people. You got to hear where they're coming from. Conscious languaging works. Oh my gosh, yes. For our Building to Diamond 102 webinar that we have coming up here, we have a phenomenal special speaker that's going to be on there just talking about conscious languaging, because we got what we speak. We just do. It is what it is. The other thing that we wanted to talk about, so you can build it from any direction. You absolutely, positively have to listen to the people and build it from whatever side they're needing it. If it's somebody that just needs time freedom. I just need some time. I work all the time. I don't have time. You know what you'll actually hear? You won't hear I need time. What you hear is, oh, Shannon, you know what? I love these products. I'll use my oils, but gosh, I don't have the time to tell other people. Like, oh my gosh, I know exactly how you feel, man. I felt the same way. I was cleaning toilets all the time. We were so busy, I had to take my kids with me, and they would homeschool at whatever office we were at that was in their book bags, and they would sit at not the toilets, because that would be wrong, but they would sit at tables, and they would do their school wherever I was, because that was my time. And when we first got into Young Living, I legitimately only shared one person a week, because that's what I had time for. I knew I had a moral and ethical obligation. My life had been changed dramatically. So I shared with just one person a week. It was on Thursdays. It was during homeschool group. So I talked about it. That's where I shared. That's what I did. And one person signed up the first Thursday, the next one, and I got a check. I'm like, okay, this is nice. It was enough to cover my products so I could get more products. And that's what I did. So I totally get where you're coming from. But this is what I found. If I hadn't found the time to share with just one or two people, you don't have to share with the world, but your mom, your sister, your cousin, your brother, the people you care the most about, if I hadn't found the time to do that, I knew that I would always be working 60 and 70 hours a week for nothing. That I would be giving up all the time I had with my children, that I would be giving up so many different things, and I wasn't willing to do that. So I understand how you feel. I understand being busy. Like I said, I felt the same way. I was going through that. But I found that by getting out there and just sharing consistently, whether it was one person a week or whether you're doing your 10 a day, consistent action will always take you to success, especially consistent action plus intention. Dude, what if I'm right? So if somebody doesn't have the time, that's how you share it. If somebody doesn't have the money, there's nobody that can tell me, I have so much money. It doesn't matter. Because even people with a lot of money, they're still conscious of where their money goes. And you're asking them to put money into a new avenue, something they had not been doing before. So I'm just saying, feel, felt, found. Listen to the people. Answer their question from here. This is where you answer. It's not the science. Nobody gets in because of the science. Even those that are the personalities that like all the details, that's not where the decision is made. The decision is made here. And when you buy a car, you might read all the facts and you might have all the stuff, but you purchase that car because here you're like, oh yeah, that's the one. That's the one. So think about that. So it's not here. It's not the constituents. It's not all that. It's how can you relate to them person to person, friend to friend, mom to mom, sister to sister, dad to brother. It's the relationships. We're a relationship marketing people. I'm saying. All right. Got monoterpenes? Exactly. You guys are cracking me up. Okay, so what else am I supposed to talk to? I know I'm going too long. I'm supposed to keep these short. Let's see. Who pays for the items you use in a green in the park? I already covered that. I choose to do that. And if you need to keep it super, super cheap, make index cards. Put the little recipes on the index cards. You can even put, make them cutesy. Oh, I know, index cards, you're seeing how old I am. You can make something on the computer and you can print it off and you can make it nice and cutesy with your information and it gives some info. And you can do a 5 to 10 minute, keep this straight, peeps. When you're doing these green in the parks, this is not like doing a big, huge class. Those are set up in buildings. Those are set up ahead of time. These people have their kids running around. There's noise all over. There's distractions. If you try to compete against a child or a puppy, you're going to lose. That's how that works, right? So we want to make it fun. The idea is that we're creating a relationship. We're laughing. We're joking. We have, I can't believe you're out there, Missy. See, you distracted me already. I'm so easily distracted. It's like being a baby or a puppy on there. What recipes are you sharing? You know what? You can go to Pinterest. You can go all over the place. There's a bazillion compliant recipes that you can use. So, and you can also make it super easy. Like I just open my purse and I have oils there and I say, here, just reach in, smell them, enjoy them, throw some in some Epsom salt, see what you think. So I keep it super easy. That's just me though. I want it to be fun. I want all of these moms. Say I've got 6 people that all got together. Index cards rules. I do everything with index cards. I got to be honest. I'm still old school. But I take what was I going to say? See, you distracted me again. But I like to just keep it fun. I want those 5 or 6 moms to have fun together. I want them to remember the excitement of that. Did my phone just die?